Gentlemen, I'm on the road for the next 2 to 3 weeks, hence the change of scenery. But I'll always try my best to get to you guys, to give you guys up-to-date information on women, money, and current events. This is not a political show, but what I do is once in a while when there's clearly, when masculinity is clearly under attack, such as today's podcast, I will involve politics time to time. So, Donald Trump was indicted on Friday for willful retention of national defense information. Okay, this is just whoever doesn't understand. It pretty much means he was keeping the records for himself, which he was entitled to do as president. Even after presidents leave office, it is the norm for them to retain certain classified documents. Biden has them, Obama had them, Jimmy Carter had them, everybody's got them. The Bushes. All right, so this is just another ploy to get Donald Trump before he wins office, okay? And short of any cheating or throwing away ballots that they don't like, Donald Trump will most likely win in 2024. So they took him, so he's been indicted. We don't know what's going to go next. This is just another way of keeping men down, in my opinion. Like I've said before in my previous podcasts, everything that they've been doing with Donald Trump, with that stupid hoe, and this now, there's a federal indictment now. The other one was a civil trial that he lost with that woman that he supposedly raped. That's uglier than most women I've ever seen. But for some reason, a billionaire needs to rape her. So here's where I'm going to go with this today. There are obviously very strong, powerful forces that either are doing either one of these two things. Okay, they either think that this is the best course of action for the United States. Okay, I don't think that that's the case. I think the second option is there's willful destruction in place for the United States. Okay? And I've said this before, and again, at the risk of sounding redundant, I'm just going to say it again. Let it happen. Let it happen. Let it happen. Because I think that Americans, half of America is just so brainwashed. The only way they're going to see the truth is if America goes into a war on our land, buildings burning. That's the only way everyone's going to wake up, okay? Because it's a bunch of soy boys and feminists who are pushing for this agenda, this woke agenda, this getting Trump agenda, okay? To weaken men, to take men's money, give it to the women. This all under the same umbrella, okay? Now, instead of us we're obviously not winning. We're not winning. So why don't we just let them have their way? And before all you wannabe patriots, okay, and I call you wannabe patriots because I don't see any of you doing any fucking thing, right? When your elections were stolen, when they just arrested your president, indicted him, I don't see you guys doing anything. So just kick it with that whole country music and we got our gun shit, okay? And I'm all for the Second Amendment, but it's at this point, I don't believe anybody in this country anymore, okay? So you want to fight it for, some people want to fight the woke crowd and this and that. I have another solution. Why don't we just let them have their way? And when the time comes, when all their bad decisions are going to come back to haunt them, we go ahead and let them burn. Don't defend them, because that's what they're depending on. And I've said this many fucking times. I need you to listen to me. They're depending on doing whatever they want right now for their stupid liberal utopia to be formed, okay? And whenever shit hits the fan, they're not fighters. They want men like us to fight. We are going to defend the feminists. We are going to defend the soy boys all up in my comments. Typing like fucking nerds. Okay? So why don't we just leave them to their own demise? And whenever the time comes for us to have to step in or the country's gone, when we need to fight the Russians and the Chinese for these fucking idiots because Trump bothered them so much that they forgot about reality, right? They forgot how to leave their feelings aside for the greater good. So we're going to have to go in and step in and possibly die for their feelings. I mean, that's just the truth. That's what's going on. Okay? So leave them to their own demise. They want to get Donald Trump. Okay. I don't think it's going to pan out the way they want. I don't think it's going to get to the point where they want it to be, where Donald Trump's gone and they have this successful liberal woke utopia. It ain't going to happen. It's going to end up with them burning. It's going to end up with the feminists selling their ass for a chocolate bar. It's going to end with the soy boys either having to man up or die. But what I don't want is you good men who weren't down with this whole agenda to have to die for them. So when the Russians and the Chinese do come, this is what I propose. At the end of the day, we're the threat to the enemy. Not the feminists, as much as they watch Netflix and they want to feel like they're fucking female assassins. Nobody gives a shit about them. Okay? Nobody gives a shit about the soy boys. No one's scared of them. So when the time comes where they need us so much because of everything they did to Trump, because of every fucking stupid decision they made, because of every trans less than 1% of the population they prioritized before us, let them die. Leave them to their own demise. They wanted Trump. Okay, here it is. You wanted trans, you wanted this, you wanted all that bullshit, you wanted to fucking make child porn with our kids at school. Okay. Leave them be. Because I promise you, they are depending on your protection. And the military, our military is outnumbered 3-1. Just with China. Not even including Russia, North Korea, Iran. Our military ain't gonna be there, man. That's not how it works when there's war on our soil. When there's war on your own soil and it's not some galaxy far, far away, the way Americans have been accustomed to, the people fight. Don't help them. They got our president, okay. Leave them to their own demise. Let Nancy Pelosi pick up a gun and fight. Why don't we do that? Gentlemen, it's going to be tough times coming. I promise you. I don't know how we're going to make it out at the other side, but I promise you this, that it's going to be worse if we help America win. And then we're left with these woke empowered now. They'll be so empowered if they win. If Putin's gone, they'll be the most empowered fucking crew you'll ever see in your lives. Don't give them that power without us demanding a bunch of stuff. We're gonna have an itemized list of demands. No more divorce court. You get divorced, you sign a piece of paper, you leave. There is no division of assets. That's what we ask for. We ask for video evidence of any sexual assault. If there's no video evidence, there's no 5 or 6 witnesses that saw the thing, we're not going to go off the woman's word. Okay? So that's what we go ahead and these are the demands you can make when war starts and they need you so much. But we have to be careful because in history, they always make promises to people they need in times of distress and war. And then when shit hits, whenever it's done and we win and they have no use for us anymore, they go ahead and do whatever they were doing and they break their promises. We're not going to let that happen. So let's pray for Donald Trump. Let's see what happens. But, I mean, whoever doesn't know it's bullshit. I mean, I think even the soy boys know it's bullshit. I think they just try their very best to, spin it around. Because, I mean, you got to understand they live in a delusional state. So when you get them out of that delusional state, they panic. So they try very hard to remain there. All right, gentlemen. Like I said, I'm on the road for the next 2-3 weeks, so please excuse me. My apologies if I don't produce as much content. Keep in mind, I've only been doing this short 5 months. I don't have a crew yet. I don't have all that stuff. It's just me and my camera. I'm doing my best for you, and it's actually doing very well. I've already monetized the channel. But what you can do is press like so you can beat that YouTube algorithm. Stuff like mine, titles like mine, they always get pushed back. So in order for me to be able to step up and ramp up my production and ramp up, speed up the whole process, I need those likes, I need those subscriptions, so that the algorithm can bump me up and more people can see this content. So yeah, thank you very much. See you guys next time.